highlights channel of the Ranveer Show. This is TRS Clips. Is there anything we've missed out on, sir?
On Jyotish,
Anything that you'd like to mention?
learn Jyotish, respect Jyotish, do not abuse Jyotish. A lot of people abuse Jyotish. Abuse of Jyotish is every day morning wake up and see what is there in my horoscope. That's an abuse of the Vidya. It's a very powerful Vidya. It is more powerful than intuitions and other things. I've seen people with intuitions, they're good, but if you have trust on Jyotish, it's a Vidya. That Vidya has to come to you. Once it comes to you, then, and you respect that Vidya by not being frivolous about it. Do not just open your chart just like that randomly या कोई दोस्त आके बोल रहा है. No. Earlier times, the astrologers who were really careful, they were also deeply spiritual. So they would specific days, they'll sit they'd expect the person who's coming to come with a certain degree of calmness. You take a bath and like you go to a spiritual place like that. You just didn't wake up and kuch phone karke ye nahi. And those days it used to happen that you have to be physically present in front of the astrologer, because today the phones and all are there. It's so powerful an art. I don't call it a science, it's an art. So powerful an art. The way you come into the room, the way you sit, which part of the body you are touching, by that only already I have an understanding which graha is influencing you. If I am good with my knowledge of the basics and if I have some blessings of the deities. Then there is another part, I forgot to mention this, there's another astrology which is very, very powerful. It's called the Deva Prashna. It's down in south, it's quite popular, in north it's very rare. Deva Prashna means how do you know the will of a deity in a temple?
How do you know the will of a deity in a temple?
Yes, you can know that definitely. There's a huge astrological exercise that is done. Not everybody can do it. People who are trained in it can do it. Deva Prashna they call it. It can go on for days.
You mean a particular temple? What is that temple's purpose?
No.
Then?
The Devata in the temple, if you go to Tirupati, there's Lord Venkateshwara inside. If you go to Kashi Vishweshwara inside, what do you think is there? Just a Vigraha? No, there is a deity present there.
And what is the deity thinking?
What does the deity want? What is his or her will? And in South, it is very commonly done in great temples. And everything you can ask. You may even ask a lot of questions you may put. And that questions will tell you various answers to what to do, what not to do. I know a specific case of an individual, friend of mine. They had a temple and I think they were Vaishnavas. So this is very interesting. I love this episode. So they had some things were going on. So they invited one of the most knowledgeable people and one of the most advanced people to do a Deva Prashna. So he came with his team and all that, and he sits there. It's a Vaishnava setting. They're all Vaishnavas and all that. And there's the small boy. So he just calls that boy and says that randomly, take a name of the god you like best. And this boy says Shiva. Who knows why he says Shiva? Everybody is like little stunned because it's completely Vaishnava. They don't engage with other deities. And then the Deva Prashna starts. One after the other, from that point. It's like a nimitta, it's a sign. Because they started with certain kinds of, they have their own, so people who do engage in these type of Jyotisha are spiritual people. Ordinary Jyotishas cannot do these things. Okay. So as the Deva Prashna keeps going on, he finds out more and more about Shiva. It's turning out Shiva, and then says that in your family there is some Shiva temple that is there which is being neglected, and that is causing all these issues. The deity is not happy. Then they found that yes, there was a Shiva temple that was given, they were given to take care of, which was not taken care properly and neglected. And then they built certain things based on the Prashna, certain tanks, a couple of other things, specific pujas and all were done, and the issues started getting all resolved and things like that. Deva Prashna is a way to know the will of the deity in the temple.
Cross the boundary of this universe.
No, it is more or less. So what is a deity in a temple? A devata, see, deities, gods. We have Shiva in the universe, but we also have the Jyotirlingas. So a portion of Shiva's energy, which is as divine, same tattva, comes and resides there for the benefit of humanity. Okay, it resides in the Shiva Linga and we do worship of it, we benefit from it. Within a certain geographical area, it will have its influence, because the cosmic Shiva, out of his own kindness, he comes in, because not everybody can connect to that Shiva, na? So he comes in the Jyotirlingas and the other places with tremendous amount of power, so that ordinary people can benefit from there, but the power has still some geographical limitations within which it works. Okay, in fact, having temples of deities who are worshipped in certain places, built in the right manner, and it cements sort of the positive energy of that place, and ensures that negativity or things are reduced.
So these are playlists made especially for you. We've tailor-made learning experiences for you in DRS Clips.